What's up, guys? Welcome to the artclasses.com. Today we are going to talk about what's the best way to approach landscape painting in digital painting or an environmental concept, and also how to schedule your routine so that you can get better at art. Like, what is the curriculum kind of work or research you need to do or practice. And then we're going to discuss a little bit about employer and art school and stuff. All right, guys. So the tablet giveaway is still going on this month. This month is going to be a Huion tablet, and I'm going to announce the winner at the end of the month. To enter it, it's pretty easy. Just become a subscriber and enter your question under the comment below. Any kind of question would be good. So the winner from July is Patrick Lamont. So just email me, or just go to my website, email me at ziateptara@gmail.com, or contact me in the back of my channel, or contact me on Facebook or DeviantArt or anything. And also follow me on Patreon, because I have a bunch of new works going on. Then, if you want to pledge, you get a bunch of tutorial, and I still have the class. So just go to the link on the top right corner, then you see class and all kinds of tutorial and stuff. All right, guys, let's get started. Noxus Finest asks, how could I learn to paint landscape in digital? So basically, this sort of landscape, or what we call environmental concept, you start off with the comp. So the comp you have to set up from dark to light. You have to start with the shape, and you have to set up the value and learn to get the shape right and learn how to set up the depth of field. So like in this one is a demo from my digital painting class, and I start out with that, and then eventually once you set up the value within your concept, then you start to kind of add on more paint and keep the value intact, know to control your value, and know to choose the color right, and then you get on to finish the landscape. So that's one way if you don't use any of the reference. Same as here. So I pick start with the comp. This one is like for book cover, and just regular comp, and then you kind of finish it up with the more refining. But everything is pretty much still intact. So you have to know how to start making comps, making lots of comps. So a good habit to do is like just make comps every morning, and then or thumbnail if you're doing character. Same thing. It's all about shape and value, and it's same but different with the character and the environment. So, or you can go watch these two videos, see how I start off and how I finish it up. So just click on this one. If you're on the phone, you probably can't, but just click on the top right corner and you'll find it. So. And the second question, another way is to do a lot of master copy, like look at a lot of master landscape painter, and then try to copy them, or you can look at a contemporary one or the old school one. Another one is Jeff Santos. Right, photo batching looks pretty cool, but I don't know how to do it. Basically, same thing. You have to, if you want a good photo batch, cinematic screenshot, or making a key shot cinematic, then you pretty much have to learn how to make a comp, and then from the comp you can use photo texture. It's not very good if you're trying to use all the photo and try to batch it and mash it together without thinking about how to get the comp together. So comps, I would say a lot of good artists are using comp to producing their art, and then if they want to make it faster, they can use like photo texture on it. It's not like you're not doing a graphic art. If you're doing a graphic art, then you can batch a photo together without consider the depth of field or the value that you use. So it's a value, and it's a composition. You have to know the composition. So you can also go to my tutorial and just or type on a YouTube search on composition, and etc. You find my video. All right. The third one, Chris Brooks writes, hello from Tennessee, US. Do you have any advice on how to create self-education curriculum for yourself? I have resources available. I know about importance of practice, but I find myself struggling to fit it all together in a way that gives me clear sense of direction. Is there a better way to approach the process, and am I just overthinking it? Basically, you just have to do it every day. Like I said, usually you have to set up your own schedule. Like, what do you want to do? You want to do a environment, then you're gonna have to do basically comps every day, and maybe in a week you have to maybe try to finish at least 2 finished painting of an environment, and try to take a look at a lot of good artists' artwork and see how they compose their final pieces and stuff, right? And then it depends on what you focus. If you focus on a character, then you just do that every day for several months. And then like this month, for environment, you could do like, okay, this month I'm going to do jungle, right? And then next, probably going to do desert. And desert and jungle can be applied to a foreign environment also. Like, if you want Mars, you're probably going to have to look for desert and geology of something that looks similar. Or in Avatar, you probably, you see in the movie Avatar, there's a lot of jungle, so you probably have to do a lot of study jungle. So separate your week, like, okay, in a week, you're going to do 2-day studies of maybe a 2-day study, 1 master painter and 1 from like a really good photograph. So you can use a color palette. You do a master study so that you can get to know the brushstroke and all that. Or you can take my class, and then I will explain to you all how to set up your everything from day-to-day stuff. Yeah, take 8 weeks or something, I don't know. But, all right, next question. Calvin Valencia. How do you keep your PSD files safe? Last time I was doing some study, I think 5 hours, and then suddenly power went off. I saved it before it happened, but the PSD giving me a black canvas when get back to it. Do you use special software so that it will double copy your thing in case something bad happen? So 5 hours is a long time to save one file. So usually after a few hours, I would save a version like version 1 or version 2. Like in this one, if I work for a few hours, it'll be version 2, be like 01 or 2 and so on. So if anything happen, then I won't get screwed because that happens a lot. So that's a pretty quick one. Elfsert Games writes, do employers care about what art school if you went to art school in video game industry? I didn't go into any art school. I just have good portfolio, and that's pretty much it. And I know a lot of people who didn't go to art school and they still works. So, but you have to be as good as those guys, or at least you can, up to the par with them, because nowadays a lot of people are really good. So you're gonna have to look at the professional portfolio, like find out who is the concept artist for the game you like, then look at their name, look the name up, and then go to their portfolio and see what the hell they have in there, how did they get in, right? So look at their stuff and try to emulate it, or have the same arrangement of your portfolio. You see what I mean? So just see how many character turnaround that they have in his portfolio, her portfolio, how many sort of illustration they have in his portfolio, her portfolio, how many live drawing, how many page, how many items. Kind of look at that and look at a few and then try to summarize it. That should be the way to go. They don't care about the art school, but if you're going to go to art school, I would recommend like Pratt or Art Center. Those are the 2 of the best art school. And basically, if you want to work for the high profile project, those are the school you want to go for, because you're going to have a lot of connection and stuff. Zack Snyder went there. Tim Burton, I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of people went there. So Feng Zhu went there, and a bunch of good people went there. So if you went to that school and you turn out sucks, that means your fault. So a lot of them that turn out from that school, I think it has a pretty good rate of getting a job in the industry, probably the most by far. But it's really hard to get in. You will need a portfolio to get into that school alone, so that college, because it's really good. And yeah. So next one, Kakarot right? How do you lengthen your attention span? When I am painting, I always stop every 30 minutes, even though I'm stuck on something. Then do any other things for 30 minutes to 1 hour. How exactly do I break this habit? Well, if you are doing a real job, you'll probably be fired. So you're gonna have to find a way to break it. I don't know how you're gonna lengthen your attention span. Maybe go see a doctor, a therapist. That would help. But if you work in a real studio and you're doing this, your boss would not like it, and you will probably be fired because you're not gonna turn around to work as fast. So yeah, the industry require a lot of it's pretty brutal. So if you have a short attention span, this might not be for you. Well, if you're really fast, then you can have more time to play, but you have to be good and fast. But I don't think, every 30 minutes is way too short. You can take a walk every couple hours. You get up and take a walk, but not every 30 minutes. Next, Hashim James. Hello, Hashim. Hey, Zia, question: you told me some of my work resemble or look stylized. What type of work or artist would recommend me looking at or research based on just that? Well, I can't recommend you any artist because our taste is going to be different. But if you do like my work, then you just going to have to watch this video here. This one with my silly face on it. So most of my favorite artists like Craig Mullins or Nicolas Dubois or Spart. David Levy or Wow or Koro Fuchita and Fengzu and all those kind of guys. But just go watch that video. So mine are not really stylized. I just try to be stylized recently just for the hell of it. But I'll probably go back to do what I do best. Just do that for Patreon for fun. But this month Patreon is going to be my own stuff. I'm going to start doing probably more from the basic, and then level 4, level 5 will get a little more of a landscape, or not landscape, but environmental painting, or painting the scene including with character. But sometimes I just like to play around and get something different, because every time you go off of your comfort zone, you learn something new. When I worked for Arinet, I never done the environmental painting before because they never made me do it. But later on, I got to do a bunch of environment for Square and some other company. So last question here, Tony Guerra. How important is contrast in your art? If you want to do realistic stuff, I would get contrast is going to be very important, because it's basically based on lighting, this type of painting, right? But if you are doing, let's say, anime stuff, usually anime will have, if you're doing comic for anime, or if you're doing stuff for anime, or something like that, or even animation for DC, like Justice League or something like that, they don't have that much contrast. Their lighting are not contrast. Usually it's either, if you look at it, it's probably low key or high key, but you look at Pixar is 3D, but it has a lot of contrast. If you look at a bunch of concept art for Pixar or DreamWorks, you usually have a high contrast stuff. But if lack of contrast, you have instead saturation. So that's also come into play. Like if you do, it's more like anime is more like a high key painting. So high key painting, you're setting the value at the mid and then go up. So it's usually pretty light. There's not a lot of dark shadow in there. So it depends on where you're going. But if you want to go realistic style, then you're gonna have to use light and give it contrast, like a nice contrast. But it's not the contrast. It's part of the package. It's not the key. The key is the lighting and to get the form and the composition. So contrast is just part of the deal. It's not something that you I gotta make this high contrast. No, that's not part of it, because some scene you're gonna be the scene that you get a lot of exposure to light, so then there's gonna be contrast, or there's some scene that's gonna be super dramatic, so you can have to give it high contrast. So it depends on the beat of wherever this sequence are going and where you're gonna set up the scene into the game or the movie or something like that. So anyways, well, thank you for watching. And tablet giveaway still going on. If you don't know, the next one is going to be in August. It will still be Tercom, I think. Oh no, it's Huion tablet. So yeah, so I'm gonna give away the Huion tablet, and yeah, just become a subscriber and post your comment, and then you will get. I'll just randomly pick you guys like today, at the end of the month, and I'll give the tablet away. And also, I am looking for a lot of supporter on Patreon. So yeah, you welcome to follow me on Patreon. Just follow and see what I do. If you like it, just support it. If you don't have to. But just go on and follow me there, and you can check out on what I'm doing like on Patreon, because I'm posting there like almost every day basically. All right, guys. Well, have a good day, night, or whatever, wherever you are. Bye bye. Okay guys, thank you for watching the video, and here are all my Patreon. That's now it's increasing, so thank you very much, you guys. This is from level 4 and up. So thank you, Cubernator, Sebastian, Roberto Herb, Hanuman, John Holloway, Antonio Hernandez, John Saipos, Doc Terrell, Steve Young, Hassan Ali, Paul Castle, Dominique, Samuel, Gary, Leon, Jeff Savage, Vilas, Richard, Luna, Nera, Eric, Austin, Gui, Hammer, Tom, Angel, and Joris. So thank you very much. These are the level up and Patreon supporter on July. And if you're interested, I release a pretty cool video on Patreon every month. And you can go just follow it on Patreon. You see me post an image every week. And again, video tutorial downloadable giveaway on instagram.com/ziateptara. So if you want a tutorial, premium tutorial download of your choice, I'll give it away every week. And tablet giveaway is still going on, so you just become a subscriber on YouTube, and then I'm just gonna randomly select you guys each month. Have a good day or night or whatever, wherever you are. Okay, bye bye.